違って。みんなそこにいたんだ。当時や健介、委員長やクラスのみんなも。僕は14年間も初号機の中で眠ってたみたいなんだ。その間に何もかも変わっちゃったんだよ。
その変化に耐えきれず辛いんだね。
なんだか怖いんだ。違う。みんながどうなっちゃってんのかわけわからなくて怖いんだ。そう、怖いんだよ。
知りたいかい？さあ、もう少しだ。もうすぐ雲が切れる。君の知りたい真実が見えるよ。
Finally. I know you've been waiting. I'm here.
君が初号機と同化している間に起こったサードインパクトの結果だよ。
これじゃあっちのみんなは。
この星での大量絶滅は珍しいことじゃない。むしろ進化を促す面もある。生命とは本来世界に合わせて自らを変えていく存在だからね。しかしリリンは自らではなく世界の方を変えていく。だから自らを人工的に進化させるための儀式を起こした。古の生命体を煮えとし、生命の実を与えた新たな生命体を作り出すためにね。全てが太古よりプログラムされていた絶滅行動だ。ネルフでは人類補完計画と呼んでいたよ。
エルフがこれを。父さんは何をやってるんだ。
碇シンジ君、一度覚醒しガフの扉を開いたエヴァ初号機はサードインパクトのトリガーとなってしまった。リリンの言うニアサードインパクト、全てのきっかけは君なんだよ。
違う。僕はただ綾波を助けたかっただけだ。
そうだね。しかしそれが原因で。
そんな僕は知らん。そんなこと急に言われたってどうしようもないよ。
そう、どうしようもない君の過去、君が知りたかった真実だ。結果としてリリンは君に罪の代償を与えた。それがその首のものじゃないのかい？
罪だなんて何もしてないよ。僕は関係ないよ。
君になくても他人からはあるのさ。ただ償えない罪はない。希望は残っているよ、どんな時にもね。
ゼーレの少年が第三の少年と接触、外界の様を見せたようだ。果たしてどう受け止めるのか。いいのか、怒り。
ゼーレのシナリオを我々で書き換える。あらゆる存在はそのための道具に過ぎ。
お前の生き様を見せても息子のためにはならんとするか。私はそうは思わんがな。
なんでだよ、あんなことになってるなんて。そうだ、綾波を助けたんだ。それでいいじゃないか。またいない。まだ呼んでない。なんだよ、綾波もどうしちゃったんだよ、もう。
第三の少年、将棋は打てるか。
ええ、ルルくらいは。
結構だ、付き合いたまえ。飛車角金は落としてやる。心を静かに落ち着かせる。戦いに勝つために必要なことだ。31手先で君の罪だ。これなら楽しめるか。老人の趣味に付き合ってくれて礼を言う。私も臆病でね、口実でもなければこうして君と話す機会を持てなかった。君はお母さんを覚えているかね。
いえ、まだ小さかったし。それに母のものは父が全部処分したので。
君の母親だ。旧姓は綾波結衣。大学では私の教え子だった。今はエヴァ初号機の制御システムとなっている。ようやく電源が復旧したか。エヴァのごく初期型制御システムだ。ここで結衣君が発案したコアへのダイレクトエントリーを自らが被験者となり試みた。君も見ていたよ。記憶が消去されているがな。結果、結衣君はここで消え、彼女の情報だけが綾波シリーズに残された。君の知っている綾波レイは結衣君の複製体の一つだ。その娘も君の母親同様、初号機の中に保存されている。全ては怒りの計画だよ。
そんな。
世界を崩すことは造作もない。だが作り直すとなるとそうもいかん。時と同じく世界に可逆性はないからな。人の心にも。だから今、怒りは自分の願いを叶えるためにあらゆる犠牲を払っている。自分の魂もだ。君には少し真実を伝えておきたかった。父親のことも。 ゆいくん、これでいいんだな。
最後の契約の時が来る。もうすぐ会えるな、ユイ。
なんで本読まないんだ。
命令にないから。
命令か。じゃあもういいよ。ねえ、綾波だよね。
そう、綾波レイ。
だったらあの時助けたよね。
知らない。イカリ君。
助けてよかったんだ、綾波。父さん、
エヴァに乗れ、エヴァに乗れ、エヴァに乗れ。
エヴァにだけは乗らんでくださいよ。エヴァにだけは乗らんでくださいよ。エヴァにだけは乗らんでくださいよ。あんたには関係ない。あんたには関係ない。あんたには関係ない。エヴァにだけは乗らんでください。
美里さん。
あんたには関係ない。エヴァにだけは乗らない。何もしない。
エヴァに
あんたには関係ない。何もしない。
エヴァに
あんたには関係ない。
エヴァに
エヴァにだけは乗らない。関係ない。
何もしない。
あんたには関係ない。エヴァにだけは乗らないでください。知らない。
エヴァに乗れ。
何してたんだ僕は。
最後の執行者がついに完成したか。
ああ、これで道具は全て揃った。
時が満ちた。いよいよだね、碇シンジ君。
嫌だ。エヴァなんかもう乗りたくない。綾波を助けてなかったんだ。エヴァに乗ったっていいことなんかなかったんだ。もう嫌だ。何もしたくない。
そうして辛い感情の記憶ばかりをリフレインさせてもいいことは何も生まれない。
いいことなんかないよ。大佐君が見せたんじゃないか。あの真っ赤などうしようもない世界。
エヴァで変わったことはエヴァで再び変えてしまえばいい。
そんなこと言ったってエヴァも父さんも美里さんも何もかも信じられないよ。
でも僕は信じてほしい。
できないよ。美里さんたちが僕にこれをつけたんだ。もうエヴァには乗るなって、乗ったら死ぬって脅されて、もうエヴァなんかどうでもいいんだ。
分かっている。リリンの呪いとエヴァの覚醒リスクは僕が引き受けるよ。
渚君。
気にしなくていいよ。もともとは僕を恐れたリリンが作ったものだからね。いずれはこうするつもりだったんだ。碇シンジ君、君の希望はドグマの爆心地に残る2本の槍だけだ。それが保管計画発動のキーとなっている。僕らでその槍を手にすればいい。そうすればネルフもフォースインパクトを起こせなくなるし、第13号機とセットで使えば世界の修復も可能だ。
そうだね。 君にならできるよ。
君とならだよ。エヴァ第13号機はダブルエントリーシステムなんだ。二人でリリンの希望となろう。今の君に必要なことは何よりも希望、そして食材と心の余裕だからね。
すごいや。何でも分かっちゃうんだ。
いつも君のことしか考えていないから。
ありがとう、渚くん。
薫でいいよ。
僕も信じていいよ。
ピアノと同じだ。二人一緒ならいいことがあるよ、シンジ君。
行こう、薫くん。エヴァンゲリオン第13号機起動。
信号来ました。新型エヴァの起動を確認。
僕らだけじゃないんだ。
マーク9のことかい？援護のためだよ。ビレの動きを警戒しているのさ。
そんなの僕らだけで十分だよ。
綾波じゃないのに。綾波じゃない。
壁が。
ああ、すべてインフィニティのなり損ないたちだ。君は気にしなくていい。もうすぐリリスの決壊だ。メインシャフトを完全に塞いでいて、この14年間誰の侵入も許していない。
まるで大きな蓋みたいだ。
大丈夫さ。これを突破するための13号機だからね。2人ならできるよ。テンポを合わせよう。ピアノの連弾を思い出して。行くよ、シンジ君。着いたよ。セントラルドグマの最深部。サードインパクトの爆心地だ。
これがリリス
だったものだ。そのムクロだよ。
美里さん、命がけでも持ってたの。俺はエヴァ。
そう、エヴァマーク6。自立型に改造され、リリンに利用された機体の慣れの果てさ。
あそこに刺さってるのが目標物。
そう、ロンギヌスとカシウス、2本の槍を持ち帰るには魂が2つ必要なんだ。そのためのダブルエントリーシステムさ。
それならあっちのパイロットでもいいんじゃないの？
いや、リリンの模造品では無理だ。魂の場所が違うからね。さあ、始めるよ。
Started watching an anime. It's called Hell's Paradise. Oh yeah, I think I watched the first episode of that. Yeah, I haven't been really watching any of the seasons. I think seems alright. Yeah, I mean it looks cool, but like the trailer looked cool, but I mean since obviously if I did like keep watching every week, it didn't pull me enough, you know what I'm saying? So it's not bad in my opinion, but it's also not like amazing. I did watch a shit ton of anime over this weekend. Right here, dude. I watched like 7 or 8 Are you seeing the Into the Spider-Verse? Yeah. I think I might see it in like a month when it releases, maybe. I think I'm going to Seattle and visiting my boy in Seattle, and then I think rest of us might just go watch it in theaters. I had to grab it. Same. I grabbed both of them. I grabbed Miles and 2099. Alright. But I did watch a shit ton of anime over the weekend. I mean, like, over this month, I watched a shit ton. Because it's just, I finished a lot of the animes that were released, I think in like fall of last year. There was like a shit ton of animes that I personally love or like watching, or that was in my taste, that was released in fall and winter of last year. And I started a lot of them, but they never ended. I watched I think when I went to Taiwan, I watched like 5 episodes of like all of them because I was like really pumped, but they didn't finish. So I watched like 5 of them, and then after I came back from Taiwan, I didn't really go back and finish them. Only up until now, where I'm like, oh, let me finish a bunch of animes. I finished Bleach, the new Bleach, Futo Tante, Spy Family, Mob Psycho, Trigun Stampede, Trigun, and Ultraman Season 2. I have very like mixed feelings about all of these. All of these interest me. I wanted to watch them. The Flash and Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. Oh, The Flash is coming out. Oh shit, I want to watch The Flash too, but I don't know when that's coming out. When's The Flash coming out? The Flash. It's coming out June 16th. Yeah, I'll probably watch that. Maybe like maybe I'll watch it in Seattle too. Maybe. Or I might watch it when I come back. I don't want to watch it the week of because there's just so many people and I don't know. So yeah. So basically this month, May, I like watched the shit. I like caught up with Bleach. I watched like probably almost 200 episodes of Bleach. I think I stopped around like 140 and I watched like 360. So I watched Bleach. Huh? Where'd it go? So I watched like 200 episodes. I finally caught up after so many years. Bleach to me is like one of my top favorite animes. But you know, over the years, I heard like very like hard opinions on it because the anime didn't end that well. Like, it wasn't great, and a lot of people had opinions on like him getting too OP and having a lot of plot armor, which to me I thought was perfectly fine because this is a shonen, and every shonen is pretty much plot armor. Like, this is like every shonen. I thought the Aizen arc was pretty good. Yeah, I thought it ended pretty well, dude. To me, I can see why it didn't end. Like a lot of fans, like hardcore fans, didn't like the ending of the anime. Honestly, they probably should have just ended it off the Aizen and saved themselves like a 200 more episodes. But they didn't. They did like one more filler arc and then an actual arc as canon, but it felt like a filler arc because it wasn't fully fleshed out. So it almost, for me, it was okay. Okay, which is like close to like really fucking good, but you know, not there. You know, it could have been if they didn't include the 2 arcs. Spy Family finally finished Spy Family. Although it's very wholesome, like that's pretty much the main goal of like what they were trying to do with every single main plot point. Honestly, it was mad to me. It didn't really like blow my mind like the first season. It was okay. I didn't really like that it took so long to like finally move the plot and like get some. It's just pretty much like small stories. And I generally like small stories, but I don't know, setting it up and not really moving along in the second season was meh to me. Finally, after 1 year, I finished Ultraman Season 2. Although the graphics were I mean, I think it like did really well. It did pretty well. Is the new Bleach ongoing? Yeah, they finished. I don't know. They finished the first season. Like, and the new season's gonna drop out. They just released the season 2 trailer like a couple days. It's gonna release in like July or something. It's gonna drop in July. Ultraman was pretty good. It was kind of short, but they were setting up for season 3. I haven't seen anybody talking about it. The new season or the old season? Because generally what I've heard is like a lot of people really dig the new season. And I'll say it's pretty fucking good. Alright, but let me finish what I was going to say about Ultraman. Ultraman, okay storyline, graphics, and fight scenes are probably really good. That's pretty much it. I can get to last place. Even though I love Ultraman, it's getting last place for mediocre story. The one that takes top place is Bleach. Bleach was so fucking good, dude. Bleach season 2, I feel like I don't know, as a Bleach fan, I might be biased, but it was like, cause I just finished watching Bleach, right? I watched all of its entirety, 300 episodes, right? And so, like, Bleach ended in like 2012 or some shit like that. The anime ended in 2012, but the manga was still going. And for them to come back with the anime 10 years later and then see the upgraded animations and graphics, oh my god, it was so sick, bro. To see like all the upgraded characters come back, dude. Every episode, like at the beginning of the new season, like this new arc, or this last arc is called 1,000 Year Blood War, and first episode was just like, you know, to show everyone, and then the next 2-3 episodes were mid, because compared to the rest of the episodes, like 8-9 episodes in this series in the first season, it was, every episode was a banger in my opinion, dude. And it was setting up for the next season, because all I'm saying is, like, they just did the animation was so fucking sick, dude. You know, seeing specific people fight, you know, in the updated graphics, and seeing like some, I don't know, I just really love the Bleach universe, and that was really cool. So I thought it was amazing, because I got to see like all my, you know, Bleach characters again, and then to see them like fight in the updated like animations, I'm like, oh my god, dude. And the pacing of the first season was like very quick. There wasn't like a lot of like dead episodes. Sometimes when you watch anime, there's like, you know, episodes where like they're trying to like stretch a specific, you know, side story or whatever that doesn't really like give a lot, or like have anything to do with the overarching plot. But Bleach, ooh, that shit was good, bro. I fucking love that shit, dude. It was such an upgrade and so nice to see. I put Bleach in top tier, bro. I know like a lot of people, like a lot of my friends have like Naruto in their like top 5 or top 3. Some people have like One Piece in their top 3. Bleach, I know most of my friends don't think Bleach makes in their top 5 or 10, but for me, Bleach is the one. Bleach is one of the animes that belongs in my top 5 or top 3, to be honest. I watched the Kamen Rider anime. Oh shit. I just realized this. This hot dog is just overbearingly large. Let me move him down. Yeah, I also think Aizen is like the most, I don't know, he's just like so, I just love how badass he is, bro. I love how just cold and like articulated, you know, he is. Compared to a lot of, you know, animes, you know, villains, this guy never loses his composure. Up until the end, obviously. But like, he stays cold the whole time. He's like, he stays true to a villain. He never freaks out, you know, and starts like whatever shit, you know, gets angry. He's always, you know, he's always like here, bro. So that's what I gotta say about Bleach. Bleach, the new season is top tier. Me finishing the second half of Bleach, I'm putting it as my second tier. The Kamen Rider series was a pretty okay. I think it was okay. Honestly, I think it belongs here. It wasn't great, but it wasn't mid. Like, it could go mid, it could possibly go here, but I'm just gonna put it up here. Initially, it was over here. I thought it was cool that, you know, this is the first time they've actually brought a Kamen Rider series into anime and have it be a continuation of the first one. But it doesn't reach top tier because the story was mid. Each story alone was mid. And it wasn't like memorable, but they did, they didn't change they didn't change stuff, they didn't make anything different. They pretty much kept the same thing, like the narrator voice, that was pretty good. And unexpectedly, they did have a, Booba in there. So I bumped it up to second tier. Okay. It was okay. It falls behind Bleach. And then I finally finished. I was trying to finish Trigun Stampede, but for some reason it made me just want to finish my Trigun the original series. So I finished both of them. Did you see Spider-Man 2 the new gameplay? Looks fire. No, not really. I never finished the first one. I mean, I saw pics. And there was a lot of opinions about Spider-Man 2 for whatever on Twitter and stuff. So I kind of just avoided looking at that. Honestly, Venom suit looks fire. Yeah, I saw that they actually added the Venom suit into the game, so that the story actually is gonna be popping. Trying to Stampede, it's on Netflix, but I thought the graphics was look pretty cool, but the overall story and my personal opinion of Trigun and what I thought of the Trigun Stampede was mid. Gollum, the Lord of the Rings game, is the story worst game ever. Oh yeah, dude, I heard everyone talk. I've never even seen gameplay, but I just know people were talking about it and saying like how garbage the graphics were. Yeah, finishing Trigun Stampede made me appreciate how fucking good Trigun was. So I'm putting it in top tier. Trigun Stampede wasn't, I don't know. I'm just going to put it mid, but I know what they're trying to do. They're like, the first season was pretty much just set up. It's going to be like a 2-season anime, but the first season is going to be set up, which, I don't know. It just didn't, the first season wasn't that enjoyable. The last episode of Trigun Stampede was pretty darn good. The graphics and overall story could be argued that it was better than Ultraman, but I like Ultraman more, so I'm gonna put him here. But I put him here because of a lot of stuff I dislike. All you do in that game is chores. Like, why would they make a game of character that doesn't even fight? It's just because there's a lot of hardcore fans of Lord of the Rings, and I'm assuming a lot of hardcore Lord of the Rings fans aren't like fighting games. They're more of stories. They don't. More people. I'm assuming a lot of Lord of the Rings fans are more of readers. I could be wrong, but Lord of the Rings is a book series, so I mean. And it's a pretty old series, so I know most people aren't wouldn't be too interested. Down to 200. Yeah, I mean the game had pretty poor marketing, honestly. It's gotten a lot of marketing of how bad it's gotten, or how bad it is. It's gotten more press on how bad it is than them trying to market the game. It was. Because the only reason I heard about it is people complaining about it, and it wasn't even marketing. So the way they marketed the game was pretty bad. Mob Psycho season 3. I know some of these animes are like hard to compare because depending on what season it is, it's kind of meh. You know, depends. Like Mob Psycho season, it was the last Mob Psycho season. Spy Family was the second season. Trigun, it was his first season. I'm gonna put Mob Psycho legit up here. Mob Psycho belongs second place. I thought it was crazy cool. Mob Psycho season 3 was so unexpectedly wholesome. Even though like Spy Family, the whole purpose of the kind of shows just how cute and wholesome it is. I think just the way they ended Mob Psycho was perfect. And it wrapped everything super nicely. So wait, isn't Ichigo OP in the new Bleach because he ended off OP? Yeah, he's OP. Is there a new season of what? Season 3 was the finale. Yeah, season 3 came out like in October. Season 3 came out in October. That's what I'm saying. Like when it came out in October and it was time for like Taiwan, so no more Mob Psycho. Yeah, no more Mob Psycho. What happened to One Punch Man? I'm not sure. Honestly. I haven't heard anything about One Punch Man. I think there's just not enough like manga or like manga chapters to make another season. Oh, season 3 was officially announced last year. Wait, so I mean season 3 is confirmed, we just don't know when. This is pretty much the ranking list of the animes I've saw this month. Will they use season 2 shitty art style? I think they're probably gonna use a different production. I mean, I don't know. They just announced that season 3 that season 3 was greenlit. So we don't really know what who's gonna do the animation. They're probably not gonna reuse the same animators from last season because I'm pretty sure over the course of these, I don't know, last 5 some years, I'm pretty sure they've gotten a good enough feedback that not to use the same animators. Watch the new Dragon Ball movie. I'm not a big Dragon Ball fan. Like back then I did watch a couple of Dragon Ball movies and a couple Dragon Ball episodes as a kid, but I never really dove too deep in that story. And honestly, when my friends come at me with like how, because some people say like Ichigo is like too OP and he's too much plot armor. and then the same people will be like hardcore fans of DBZ. And that isn't like, that doesn't seem wrong in their eyes. But I like their movies. I haven't watched any of their movies. Broly's a champ. Yeah, I watched the. I think I had like the old movie of Goku and Broly. I might still have like the tape. I don't know where I put it, but I used to have it. And I'm not even sure if it was like the English one or like the Chinese one. Fortnite needs a new season. I mean, it's coming in like 2-3 more weeks. New season comes out, right? I've actually been playing a decent amount of Fortnite over these past like 2 weeks because rank came out, and so that's the only thing that's making me come back and play each game and like actually wanting to play. I'm still stuck on Silver 3. I thought it was going to be super easy because I got to Gold 2. Like I got placed in Gold 2 or Gold 3. And I was like, oh shit, this is like too easy, bro. This is going to be so easy to rank up. And then I'm just going back and forth in Gold 3 and Gold 2. But sometimes I kind of like throw. Like, sometimes I just boot up Fortnite because, like, I'm waiting for something to download to watch. And then I boot it up, and then I die, and I just get off right after. And then, oh, I saw, was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yesterday, I saw Avatar 2. Honestly, I thought Avatar 2 was a pretty bad movie for what it was worth, for what went into the movie. Avatar 2, in my opinion, was like 2 out of 10. I couldn't believe like it was like that bad. I want to get to elite. I want to hit like diamond. Honestly, I usually shoot for diamond because just the process and just ranking up, and normally for me is just too hard, dude. I'm not especially great at a lot of games, so hitting at least like diamond mid tier is pretty good. It's not for everyone. I don't know. Like the only thing, my take on the movie is like the only thing holding that movie up is like just CGI, cuz like the overall plot was just kind of boring and dumb. Like to me, Avatar 2 should be like, it should be better, right, than the first one. But honestly, I think the first one was better since it made more sense. It didn't need to be crazy plot. That's the thing. It was like it wasn't even straightforward. Like the kids like 4 or 5 times just kept getting kidnapped and getting fucked around. They just kept dicking around and getting in trouble. At least 4 to 5 times. It was like the same shit over and over again. Oh, the kids went away and they got caught and kidnapped. Oh, the kids got in trouble and got caught and kidnapped. Oh, the kids got in trouble and got caught and kidnapped. Again and again and again. And it was just like how... It was just like, why was like the colonel even so like... They didn't have any importance on why like they needed to get rid of the top guy, to be honest. I don't think there needs to be any explanations because there's not enough like good plot. Because of his son. Both of his sons were like dumb, and then like the spider kid was just annoyingly didn't add anything to plot and then did the most dumbest thing at the last minute. Like the whole movie, he shows that he's with them, but they don't show any like cool bonding scenes with the colonel. And then last minute he saves the colonel. I don't know why, but he does, even though the family he's been with just got his brother killed, and so he's just like, okay. Which makes sense. This is all slow build up. Yeah, but that means what I disliked about it's just like a repeat of the first movie. Like it's literally the same guy going after the main character again. And they didn't even put any importance on like why this guy hated Jake Sully so much. Like majority of the movie, 3 hours, 2 hours were just seeing the kids getting fucking kidnapped and dicking around. And then all we see of Jake Sully is like him grounding his kids constantly. The only reason that like, so they burned the land, and then the avatars fight at least one time. I watched them back to back. It shouldn't be that though. I shouldn't watch 3 hours to watch another 3-hour movie. Right? It should like, if it's a movie, it should be single. It should be contained in itself. And the whole like premise of the colonel like trying to kill Jake Sully was so like weak. Like his reasonings to get back at him, to kill him, to do all this stuff was so weak. There was way too much fluff around the story. Like everyone watching it was like, why does the colonel have such a hate boner? Like, obviously he's a soldier and like that's his mission, but they're spending so much time fucking looking for one guy, dude. When they definitely seems like they have enough firepower to just like destroy the rebel army, but he's looking for one dude. I mean, it didn't have to be like a 3-hour movie, honestly. Like the kids literally, ran away, disobeyed the dad at least 4 times, and they made the same mistakes like 4 times up until one of their brother had to die because of it. And I just think like the only thing holding it up was like CG. If it didn't have any CGI, the movie would be pretty bad. When the brother, I just felt like it was I just knew the brother eventually one of these dumbass kids were gonna die because they just kept making the same mistake and then like coming out alive. They did it the first like 10 minutes or like 20 minutes, and then they did it again with like the fishes, and then they ran away again with the people, and then they ran away again on the ship, and then got kidnapped again. They literally kept getting kidnapped. That's what I'm saying. Like without CGI, the movie wouldn't have been as cool at all. Yeah, I think it was just CGI. People only watched it for the CGI. And I thought the first movie wasn't even like that good, but it was at least, I feel like it was better than the second movie. Because at least in the first movie, there was like so much like building and story development, and like it didn't seem like it was wasting any like actual time like out. Like each scene that they did in the first movie actually made sense on why it was like building up to a specific moment. Think the CGI would make the second experience any better? I mean, if CGI doesn't make the second experience any better, that just means like people only watched it for the CGI, because CGI is the most impressive thing about the movie. Like I'm saying in the first one, we had like we knew the importance of why the humans wanted to mine and colonize Pandora. There was like good enough reason, and we understood why it was important to them to like, mine and then move the Na'vi people away. And the Na'vi people are like, it's their village, it's their home, so they're gonna fight back. And then the stories around Jake Sully on how he's like slowly, growing a relationship with the Na'vi people. And then at the end, he has to like decide, who to choose, like humans or whatever. And then the movies also, they went out of its way to make it as alien as possible. They made these like alien traditions, to keep it weird. They introduced new things. Right, and that was like, I think that was like a good experience back in like 2010, right? Seeing all that for the first time, new alien traditions, and like a captivating story where you understood both plot points, of each side. Like, yeah, he does really well. I just think he did really well in the first Avatar. Now that I think of how, if I compare it to the second one, the first one definitely I felt like was better. I definitely don't think he needs to make a Marvel movie. I feel like he's too old and he can't make like a good enough story. Because the story, like each plot point story that I was watching in Avatar 2 was just like a rehash of a past movie. Like the whale and the kid, that's pretty much exactly like Free Willy. Like, it wasn't interesting at all, so I don't want him to make any Marvel movies. Like, he's made good movies in the past, like Titanic. Like, that movie spectacle was good, but I think he's just like gotten too old, and it's just not working for him. Yeah, but the thing is, Avatar was like, it had story, it was art, but it has a like a story with it. Avatar 2 was just art. The story was just everywhere. It didn't really hit up on like something particularly great. Like Aliens was good, Terminator, all these movies came out in like the past, and now I think he's just way too old to make any decent movie, because he's just like, we're seeing the same plot points. There's a 6-part story. I mean, if it's a 6-part story, they should just focus on one thing, because they have 3 hours. Like, I feel like if a movie has 3 hours, there's really there shouldn't be a way where like the meaning of each story isn't clear. Like, if you have 3 hours to produce a movie, there shouldn't be like a misunderstanding of why like the Colonel is doing, like, they didn't focus at all. Like, if they just cut down on like the kids fucking around for like 30 minutes and then included more of, because they brought back the evil guy again, so I don't understand why they didn't like develop him more. Like, now he's a new person. He's he's not even the same person. He's memories of a person inside a Navi. Like, I don't know why they could have focused like a story on that. That would have been a great story, right? They could have showed him like, learning the language and shit more, and him bonding with Spider, and that would have given Spider a more significance in the movie. But in the end, he was just like a human kid that was born with them, and that was pretty much it. And then he made like the dumbest mistake at the end. And if they're making this a 6-part story, dude, you know how movies usually just end up being worse. Like, a lot of movies, they think like, we gotta start a franchise of this and we gotta make a lot of money, so they start pumping out these movies. But then when they start pumping out these movies, the movies are just gonna get worse and worse. For the next films, well, then they should have, like, I don't know, made a focus on it, because they didn't really give a good send off to Jake. I don't understand how Jake is almost done. Like, I don't even know how that even occurs, because Sigourney Weaver is playing a 16-year-old. Sigourney Weaver is 73 years old, but in the movies she's playing a 16-year-old. I think that was such a weird cast. Like, I don't know why they just didn't cast another girl and they just casted her again. Like, I don't know, just kind of weird. That threw me off a lot. I can see Jake dying in the next one. They definitely should kill the Colonel. I don't know why he's even still alive. I feel like they should just make a new villain, dude, or something. Three hours of random shit world building. I'm just glad I didn't have to, I didn't go to a movie theater and pay for it. No rushing. How is it you have to see the next 6 movies is going to come out in 2030. And that's maybe, who knows that if any of these actors are going to come back in the next 8 years. And it's like, they announced it, Avatar 3 is in 2024, but anything's could happen. I just don't know why they recasted Sigourney Weaver as the 16-year-old girl. Why didn't they just use an actual, young girl? He's already filmed a few minutes of the next 3. I don't think the next 3 are going to be good, dude. I feel like it's just going to be going downhill. Like, Avatar peaked, and after that, dude, it's just going to keep going down. And they have 10 years to make this movie. 10 plus years to make Avatar 2. They had 10 years to make Avatar 2. And then they're going to redo the next 2. They're going to spend the next 2 years making this movie. I don't know. People are just going to realize it's going to keep going down, dude. I just think that's exactly what's going to happen. The quality of the movies is going to keep going down. Like, the only reason I think, Avatar 2 did really well, is because Avatar, the first one, did so well. Yeah, all I can say is, that's just my personal opinion, I think the movie was just held up because people really like the CGI. And they reused the same plot point from the last movie. So this movie took 10 years to make, and they reused the same plot point, having the same villain. All I know is I didn't have to contribute to this movie making money. So many people hate the first one. I never even hated the first one. I thought the first one, my opinion on the first one is not as great or accurate as it is because I'm watching it 10 years later. But I understand the people who watched the first Avatar and how they thought it was so great when they first watched it. Like, I understand those people. The people who watched it back in 2009, I understand why they thought the movie was so great and how it made $1 billion, right? Because it was like almost the first of its kind to be all CGI, and the world developing was really good. You know, like I think it wasn't like that. Not a lot of people were expecting to see like such world building in the first one, but the second one, I don't know. They kind of didn't even like. They didn't focus on what was like really good in the first one. Like the world building, I feel like the world building was meh. The characters were meh. I don't know. This movie just seemed like the CGI was carrying it, dude. Like if Avatar 2 didn't have good CGI, it'd probably be 0 out of 10 for me. Because nothing else would be holding this movie up. There's way shittier movies than Marvel 2. I guess what triggers me is like, I thought the movie was gonna be like pretty good. It's just like I mean, with Marvel movies, I already know what to expect, so I can't really be disappointed, right? But with Avatar, I mean, like I heard all these good things from people, and then I heard it made $1 billion, so I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be really good. And then I watched it, and I just like didn't understand why it even made $1 billion. Cause I don't know, to me the story was ridiculous. They made the movie way too long for the plot they were trying to go for. Like I've seen enough like kids and family movies where they do the job better at portraying like the family matter and kids being kids and learning their lessons. But they pretty much stretched the plot point of kids being kids like to 2 hours. Let's have all the kids disobey dad and then get in trouble and then have a near death experience, have the dad freak out, maybe get kidnapped, not once, not twice, but 3 times. You know, the kids just didn't learn that, you know, disobeying dad is, you know, is a bad thing. They just keep doing it. And then it's also like, I mean, I've seen this like plot point where like, oh, new kids go to a new school and then they get bullied. The kids get bullied at this new school because they don't fit in, and now there's a weird girl and she does weird stuff like a weird girl does. So let's all make fun of the weird girl. And then the brother's gonna come in and like, hey, don't talk to her like that. And then they fight and get in trouble. Hey, apologize to the kid's dad. Okay, dad. what I heard about Puss in the Boots is just because there was a lot of bad movies during that time, and Puss in the Boots kind of just outshined the other movies. That's what I heard. People are just saying like, there was like, I think during that time when Puss in the Boots was coming out, there was a lot of like big time movies that were coming out. Like a lot of big movies that had a shit ton of money getting pumped into it. And then like Puss in the Boots came out the same week, and they're like, wait, how is this movie better than these other movies that these productions put like hundreds and millions of dollars in? I literally just hope the Spider-Verse isn't meh. I don't think if anything, I don't think the movie's gonna be bad. Like how my feelings about Avatar 2, I thought Avatar 2 was really bad, but I think Spider-Verse 2, I don't think it can be like really bad. At most, it can be a okay, decent movie. That's what I think. I don't think the bar can be really low. As a fan base, at least, that's all I know. And Marvel fans are mad when people like it so much. Meanwhile, they're just exactly the same with the. Yeah, I don't know all that. I don't know why people argue so much about Avatar 2. I just, have. Like, I don't really give a fuck if people like Avatar 2 or not. For the real animated Avatar? What do you mean? What do you mean real animated Avatar? Oh, The Last Airbender? Yeah, dude, that I heard that is going to be bigger than like the Avatar movies. Like the franchise and how much money Netflix is going to put in that's the Last Airbender series is going to be nuts. Like there's so many things planned for that series, it's crazy. Like Avatar the movie, like they have like what 4 more movies planned, right? It's gonna be a 6-piece story, right? 6-piece movie story for the Last Airbender Avatar. They have like three like live action shows planned, and then they have like 2 animated shows planned, and I'm pretty sure they have like maybe some movies too. Like it's gonna be a whole world. Like Netflix is putting so much money into this like last Airbender like Avatars franchise. They're trying to make this like a real franchise thing, dude. They're trying to make Last Airbender like Stranger Things, but bigger. One Piece still not out, no trailer. Nope. There was like some pictures and like fans saw the picture and weren't too happy with it. It didn't bother me that much, but some people are just already like hopping on this hate train for like live action anime. It's doomed before it's out. Yeah, most people's reactions are already like that, dude. A lot of people just are expecting it to just crash and burn because I mean, we've seen it before and again. I don't think anime just translates well. Has the best animation in history. Oh, yeah. So basically, so basically in like 4 or like 5 more episodes, there's gonna be like a really big fight, and a lot of people are expecting that episode. And like, so in 5 or 4 more episodes, there's gonna be like the final big fight between Luffy and the bad guy. And people are already hyped about that episode because it was so fucking cool in the manga. And a lot of, is it almost over? Not even close. Not even close. Manga is still going. Yeah, manga like pretty ahead of the anime. That's why the anime has never really did fillers. But yeah, in the next 5 episodes, in the next 5 weeks or so, next 4 to 6 weeks, expect everybody, I would say expect everyone to talk about like the newest episode of One Piece. But for me, I'm literally still waiting. I'm on like episode 1040 or something, and then by the time like the really good episode comes out in 5 weeks, I'm gonna catch up and watch like 20 episodes. I'm like holding back and not. I'm just waiting. Damn, I must catch up eventually. Too much to watch. You're gonna catch up to One Piece. I mean, if you start reading, you could maybe catch up to what's happening. You know, in a month or so. But if you're watching, I don't think there's a chance. Look, Tim, I have to go work. All right, homie. See ya. Hope this guy doesn't fuck my ass. Instability is so fucking dumb. Probably in years, yeah. I mean, it took me a while to catch up. Damn, I just jumped from 400th place to 100th. Nobody can stop me. That's all I see now, though. Maybe this guy. Yeah, in the next month, I'm gonna have to watch like 20 episodes of One Piece. or maybe like 30 episodes of One Piece. In the next couple weeks, I'm gonna watch like 30 episodes of One Piece all at once. I've been waiting because I don't want to watch it like once every week. Especially with One Piece, where it's like the story is kind of slow, and like when you watch it all at once, you get a, I don't know, just like a better hold of like who's where, what's happening around the story. Any easy people? No, these are all hard people that I'll never. But decent enough. Did most of the brave battles. Decent. I'll do 4 epic raids and probably go to sleep. Oh. It died. No wonder why, dude. My headset died. I love my headset, dude. Never runs out of battery, dude. Now I'm like, dude, what if everything just had replaceable batteries? It would be sick, dude. What would be cool having a replaceable battery? Like phones would be pretty fucking darn cool. I don't know why they completely ditched that. I mean, yeah, honestly, I would give up water resistance for extra batteries in a phone. Can you imagine? Like, I mean, how often am I gonna get? I mean, I feel like I pay like few possibilities where like I'm gonna get my phone fully submerged into water ever. And if I can give that up and have a removable back and I can just input a new full battery, that'd be fucking sick. Can you imagine? I will just carry like 1 or 2 batteries with me all time, and I can use my phone without any stress of it running out of batteries, because I'll just pop in a new one, and when I get home I'll just charge maybe the 2 or 3 batteries that I'm holding on to. Because it can also be like, you know, I can, even if I'm not, even if like I am at home, I can be charging one battery and using my phone at all times. No. No auto. What the fuck is wrong with you, kid? I need auto. You're expecting me to play this fucking game? What's wrong with you? How's this guy getting 50? Is it because he's a new player? How many more minutes do I have of this movie? 30 minutes. I guess I'm not eating again. Which is, I guess, pretty good. Oh, I was gonna use that. Holy fuck, we don't do any damage. What the hell? Oh my god. We're so failing this. How are we so weak, dude? Of course it would be this side. I'm pretty sure we're not finishing this one. There's no... Bro, my god. Are we losing, bro? Really not finishing this. I'm gonna continue my anime.
どうしたのカオル君。
変だ。
どうしたのカオル君。
おかしい。2本とも形状が変化して揃っている。
早く槍を抜こうよ。そのためにエヴァに乗ってきたんだから。
Dude, we barely removed the first bar. How? Dude, this shit is so slow. Fucking jokes how slow this shit is, dude.